you have a bill, a motion that you are keeping an eye on, that you've brought forward. It was a busy day. We were talking about shark fin. The city's decided to ban shark fin in all of Toronto, but your focus is now on a different animal. Tell me about that.
That's correct. So, and I'll say the shark fin, I did get the legal advice from George Resti, and I was a huge advocate of that issue as well, and I'm so happy those councillors brought it forward. For this issue, this has been weighing on my mind since I started. It's been an issue. I know many councillors have received emails across the globe on this particular issue about rehoming and replacing our elephants from the Toronto Zoo to the zoo sanctuary instead of an AZA accredited zoo.
What does that mean, an AZA accredited zoo?
So currently Toronto has accreditation from the Canadian Association of Zoos and Aquarium and the affiliate in the US. So the concern is that if we don't send it to another AZA accredited zoo, then it could cause problems. I'm going to tell you that there are a number of other AZA accredited zoos that have retired their elephants to the sanctuary. So it's been done. They have not lost any accreditation.
So as opposed to going to a different zoo in a warmer climate, you want them to go to a sanctuary?
In a warmer climate, because I'll tell you the reasons why. If they go to another zoo, that zoo could then transfer them to a colder climate zoo. We would have no input or influence on that. Secondly, the elephants that are moved there, they could be split up, and those elephants have spent their entire lives together. That is a very heartfelt issue amongst everyone, really. The third issue is that if we moved them to a zoo that does not have the bullhook.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what are you holding in your hand? What is
the bullhook? It's an anchus. It's called formerly an anchus, and this is a bullhook, which our Toronto Zoo does not use. Our zoo does not agree to this. This is to.
How is it used? What is this hook for?
This is used on the soft tissues of the elephants to poke and prod them in order to get them to do what their master, let's say, wants them to do. We ban that at the Toronto Zoo. And the issue is that if they are sent to a zoo, they can still be sent to another zoo that uses this bullhook.
So you want to ban this because you can't ban elephants. I mean, I know in the 90s, council tried to ban circuses from the city. That didn't work. But you want to ban this so that there's no force on elephants.
That motion is coming before the licensing tribunal on November 14th. That is in regard to the bullhook and the bullhook ban. But the issue before us tonight is just to simply let's retire the elephants so that they never have to move again. We need to put them in the sanctuary because this sanctuary is way above the standards of AZA or CAZA.
So why is this so important to you? Why is our elephants so important to you? I mean, as a parent, kids love the elephants when they go to the zoo. Why? Why do you care?
Well, I think that so many residents, they've done a poll. 75% of Torontonians want to see them move to the sanctuary. We've already agreed. The board has already agreed to move the elephants out of Toronto, out of the zoo, because we know it's a cold climate. We cannot afford them, and it's not the appropriate place or space to house elephants. So we've already agreed with that. The general public agrees with that. All my residents, majority of my residents, agree with that. It is what the feeling of Toronto is.
Okay, so that's moving these out. What is it going to mean for the zoo, though? I mean, this is, like you said, some residents agree with this, but this is a big part of the zoo that will no longer be there.
There are so many other animals at the zoo, and this zoo is moving in the way of conservation, education. They will be bringing in an interactive multimedia display of elephants, which a lot of zoos are moving towards. Remember, a lot of the old-fashioned zoos are going the way of the dinosaur, just like circuses. Circuses have been banned just this past summer across the UK, Bolivia, Peru, yet they aren't banned in Canada, which it's not because Canadians don't agree with that. It's simply because politicians have not moved the agenda forward, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back in there now, because I know that that's what you're waiting to do. Of course, this motion going before council. Thanks again, Michelle. That's new councillor Michelle Berardinetti.